I witnessed the healing of a hole in a lung by following this one prompting of the Holy Spirit. Let me explain. One time, a woman came up for prayer for emotional challenges that she had suffered since her youth. But I found out from one of my colleagues that she'd also suffered from a hole in her lung as a result of COVID. And she was public about it. It wasn't a private issue. And so I asked her, I said, hey, while we're at it, would you like us to pray for this hole in your lung? And she reluctantly agreed. And so I just felt prompted to ask her. I wouldn't normally ask this question. Do you believe that Jesus wants to heal you? And she said, no. And I said, well, that can be like a noble and holy thing, but would you mind if we just checked in with Jesus to see if that's what he wants or if that's what he still wants? And she said, sure. So I asked her to pray to Jesus directly and ask him, what does he want to do here? And so she took a few moments to pray, and I said to her, okay, what happened when you prayed? What was your experience? And she said, when I prayed, I could just imagine Jesus giving me a new lung. And I said, great. So we prayed for healing, and she was instantly healed. Her breathing was completely restored. Now, we told her to, keep doing whatever the doctor said until you go see the doctor. So she went to see the doctor on Wednesday. He says, looks like you're healed, but let me run a test. He runs the test. She finds out on Friday that she's completely healed. And so later we had a banquet with a bunch of her peers, and she was able to share that beautiful testimony. And so when you're praying for healing, there may be times on an exception basis where you, at the prompting of the Holy Spirit, you may ask the person, do you believe Jesus wants to heal you? And the reason why we do this is just to stir up faith in the person. Now, when people come up for prayer and ask for prayer, they are really manifesting a sign of faith. Now, in this particular situation, this woman had come up for something else. And so I thought maybe it'd be good to ask her just to have her faith stirred up. And so you may feel prompted to do that as part of your healing prayer. Again, following the example of the leper who approached Jesus for prayer in Matthew 8, Mark 1, and Luke 5, I think it is. Okay, so if you'd like to get better at praying for healing, just follow the links to some videos that I have for other good tips for praying for physical healing.